Alright, welcome back. This video is going to be something different this time because I have created an abomination beyond words. This is the most deranged NYC Subway Fantasy Map of all time. Now, zooming out here, you can really see some, twisted things going on here. But I have an order of list of things to go over first. So, just ignore all of this. And let's start first over here. Now, if you know what DeKalb Junction is, it sorts all the trains over the Manhattan Bridge. It's already a mess with 4 lines. So I doubled the amount of lines that go through it. Isn't that fun? We'll get to the rest of this later, trust me. But bring your eyes down here to see this cursed abomination. Yes, that's a Breezy Point Subway. And I'm definitely gonna swear in this video because some of this shit is just downright insane. Why the fuck did I get Breezy Point Express service? Why does it have express service? Also, one more note. You're gonna see a lot of extra nodes here. These are for aligning. See? At the line over the bridge so the route looks right. And also, I made the Breezy Point Subway somehow have IRT and A division and B division running together somehow. Like, if something messes up on the express track, trains can't move through there? Yeah, it's just a bad design all around. And it's also pure insanity. What's even more insane is that some people unironically have trains going to Breezy Point in their fantasy maps. Why? Look at all this space here where people actually live. Just extend the shuttle if you actually want something useful. Talk about the shuttle. Just a little salt on the wounds. The shuttle has been extended in the slightest. No express service, no nothing. And it still ends at Broad Channel. Oh no. We'll get to that later. Don't... Why does the C end at Broad Channel? Alright, what's next? Yep. Okay, so of course I built the 2nd Avenue subway. And it has express service. Now you train you saw earlier that went to Breezy Point. It runs express along 2nd Avenue. This is pretty normal. This is actually what the MTA is planning to do. Yep, 125th Street Crosstown. We'll get to the MJ later. And then for some reason I decided to replace Lexington with 2nd Avenue service. We'll get to all that later. We'll just get to it now. Yes! I sent the 7 to the Bronx. I just thought it'd be funny, honestly. I thought I'd throw a little something to College Point Riders. And then I just... Oh, why does the 7 go to the Bronx? Oh, of course. The A runs Bronx Crosstown. Because why not? This is the most arranged map. So why not have it be the most arranged? Absolutely. What did I just say? I don't know, I'm losing it. And of course, the 3rd Avenue still exists, but the 6 runs on it. I give it better stop spacing. Now this isn't actually deranged. Maybe I shouldn't have had this. Just had the 6 end at 125th Street for no reason. Yep, that's it for the Bronx though. Now let's follow the T train. It merges with the Nassau Street line. You can see the U splits to go to the Manhattan Bridge. And we'll get to that P line later. So of course, the sane option is that it goes down to Nassau, and instead of going via Montague to run local, just a direct tunnel from South Ferry to St. George in Staten Island. If that isn't deranged, I don't know what is. This would probably cost, I don't know, our entire military budget? Maybe even more. Maybe our entire GDP. 23 trillion for this tunnel, probably. And we'll get to Staten Island later. A lot of stuff we'll get to later. Oh yeah, and of course, I need a line of feed into Breezy Point, so we have the Utica Avenue subway here. You can't really make this a bad thing. It should have been built already. Yep, I have the... Yep. You see? I have the 4 turn onto here to run express down Utica. This is pretty decent express, I'd say. Yep. And any realistic Utica Avenue subway should end at Kings Plaza. Should not go past there. Alright, what's next? Right. The IND South 4th Street Subway. Off of Wish. This is basically the Jamaica elevated but underground. These are literally the Jamaica elevated stations, but underground. I just fixed the Crescent Street curve. Oh, it had express service. Because why not? Look at that. South 4th Street just as intended. And of course, it starts branching off around here. That was in the IND's original plans. It branched down here to Utica. I had the B going here for some reason, just to... I don't even know why. And they had the B end at Utica... Crown Heights, Utica for some reason. I don't know why either. Oh, of course the Z doesn't exist. Because why would it need to exist if you have express service via the M? Alright, let's get to this now, since we're in the area. The Myrtle Avenue Junction. Not a bad idea. Except I fed it into DeKalb Junction. And then had it run Broadway Express. Up 2nd Avenue, along with the Q. You know, that's not actually too bad of an idea when you think about it. But, the congestion here would probably be insanity. Oh. And again, while we're in the area. Oh my fucking god. I think I have truly lost it. I sent the Franklin Avenue shuttle via Brighton Express. And then I sent it to Court Square in Queens. I know this is supposed to be most arranged map, but I should probably be on a watch list for that. Speaking of the G, I didn't send it to Coney Island because that's just a stupid idea. Of course, the only logical conclusion is to send the G via Queens Link. I don't even know. How did I come up with this? Isn't it usually the M that they send to Queens Link? How did I even come up with sending the G down Queens Link? And thank God it ended it early, or else you see the G in the goddamn Rockaways. Wouldn't that be a sight to behold? Oh my god. Alright, and again, I'm gonna say this a lot of times. When we're in the area, we have the Fulton Street line extended to the Rockaway branch for some reason, even though it already goes there. Just putting on this thing to burn more tax dollars. Oh, but if you're around like the trans community or not, you know the myth of the 76th Street station. Well, in here, it exists. Doesn't actually exist in real life. It was an April Fool's joke, I think. Now, this is a truly deranged map if it has the 76th Street IND Fulton Street station actually existing. Oh, and of course, the 3 extended to JFK. I have no words. I don't have anything to say. I think I should go get some help. Truly. Alright, and now let's head up here So you know in the how do you say his name? Van Shukrenagin, his track map. The E has a little provision to go down here. So I just had to go down here and stop in the middle of nowhere. Because why not? Anyway, on to things that's actually important. You know, the J was looking a little short. So instead of extending the F or whatever, I just had the J run on it. And it runs to the border of Long Island for some reason. The IND actually planned to do this. Just not with the J somehow doing it over here. Oh yeah, no. Little side note. Through this connection, the M can theoretically run in a full loop. Because you just snake up here, go down up to Forest Hills. Full loop. All the bases are covered here. You know, this would actually be a pretty good thing for outer Queens residents, but it's just cursed. Just doesn't make sense. Alright. Now let's head down to South Brooklyn again. Alright, I forgot to mention. Just to make it even more stupid, I had this whole branch for Fulton just to end the C at Broad Channel. It doesn't even go to the Rockaways or do anything useful. It just ends in the middle of nowhere. Still not as well known as Breezy Point, but I digress. Okay, so first we have the W to Red Hook. This is a stupid idea. So of course I'm gonna put it in the deranged map. And if you look over to, oh yeah, a Cobra Elevated exists for some reason. Cobra Shuttle. Of course, I just had it running. I just poofed it back into existence just to run to Decaf Junction. And of course, the Nassau connection of the Manhattan Bridge, the Nassau Straight Loop connection, is magically rebuilt too. So of course, this runs via Montague, and then basically runs in a full loop down. Of course, over to Cobra L, and it runs Coney Island. As if Coney Island wasn't congested enough already. Oh, man, you saw that right. IRT to Coney Island. Yeah, it's not even connected. It's an elevated. It can't be connected. Because, well, if you are going to build a subway necessarily, you would have to build elevated. It's not smart to deep bore it here. You could deep bore it, but that would just not make much sense and be super expensive. So I just have to be an elevated. And it's going to Coney Island for some reason. I just had to have the IRT go to Coney Island. We don't talk about that. I don't know why I did that. We'll get to these pink lines later. Anything else in Brooklyn? Alright, now let's head over to Bridge. To Staten Island. Now this is the completed Staten Island BMT tunnel, which Highland blocked. This will actually be useful. Because, you know, I've been over to Staten Island. It's not as desolate as I thought it was. They could do it for a little, you know, subway service. Maybe not to this degree of insanity. I think this is fine, because the tunnel is like, it ends in this park. It's somewhere down there. But still, it'd be incredibly expensive given today's costs. I named the SIB because I ran out of names. So of course, I had to run under Highland Boulevard for extra irony because Highland canceled the tunnel. I did not think there'd be a day when I saw a branch of the goddamn Staten Railway. And you know what? It's useless too. It looks cool, but it's useless. It runs like a few blocks away from the Staten Railway. This would actually be useful. I don't know why I spent the time to put this here. Yeah, this is the North Shore branch that was abandoned. I don't even know why it's here. I just got bored, I guess. Alright. I'm just checking to see if we missed anything in Brooklyn. Well, besides the entire... Oh, yeah, right. The IBX. I didn't want to build a new IBX. Just make a new IBX symbol. So I just use this Triborough RX thing. And of course, that gray you see, that's the L running along it. Why? The L has this like little bulge here. Ooh, that sounds wrong. The L has this little hill here where it diverts away from the IBX for no discernible reason. Oh, why did I do this? I mean, that's good cross-Brooklyn service. Oh, but that's not the real kicker. The IBX, you know, normal stops, you go to Queens, Myrtle L. Intersects here. Oh, give it a second. Intersects with Astoria. We'll get to Astoria in a second. I made the IBX go to the Robert Moses building! I sent the IBX to the goddamn Robert Moses building. Isn't that ironic? A train to the Robert Moses building. I already went over this. 7 to the Bronx. What else? Right? QBL has a shit ton more services now. You know, I think this is a net positive for QBL. You got Queens Link. You have, well, Forest Hills is still struggling onto life. Of course. But now I have the Ephraim Full Express to shorten its route a bit. And this is in the area of Queens. You know, the Astoria line, I gave a nice little extension. Just not to the area you're thinking of. You know, usually they send to LaGuardia. But, you know, if I just saw this bridge here, that'd be cool to send it over the bridge. To send that goddamn Astoria line to Rikers Island. Oh my god. Why did I send it to Rikers Island? Oh my god. Like I said before, I should be on a watch list. Oh, we're not even done yet. Let's get into Manhattan. Let's start with another line. The 5th Avenue line. It's definitely useful. Look at that. 1 block away from 6th Ave. Right along Broadway. 1 block away from Lexington. What a useful line. That's sarcasm. You know, standard stops. I have a merger of QBL. I run express along QBL, so the route's not too long. Run along with the F to Jamaica 179. Running local along after Forest Hills, so the F Criminal Express. And then, of course, I sent it straight to Grand Street. Oh no. I had to go to Broadway Lafayette, through Christie Street connection, through Grand Street, and of course over the bridge. Just to run 4th Avenue local to 95th Street. And 95th Street probably shoot herself in the back of its head trying to terminate two subway lines. You can barely handle the R. Now, let's see, anything else up here? Oh, there's just 2nd Avenue usual, and you know, this uncanny 8th Avenue extension to crosstown Bronx. Just make the A brutally long. Now, I was thinking of extending the shuttle to run crosstown via 34th Street. But, you know, even the most deranged of us have their limits. Of course, that didn't stop me from anything. Because the 7 now goes to South Ferry. There's no reason for this. I don't know why. It just... There's like a billion lines down in downtown Manhattan already. There's only a point to this. Oh, and of course, the L runs via 10th Avenue. Which shouldn't really be a priority, but I guess. And it enters 72nd Street when the 1 takes over its west side. So, did I cover everything? Alright. I forgot to specify. This 8 elevated, Nostrand elevated line, it literally runs the route of the B44 SBS. It goes Flatbush to Avenue L to Kings Highway to... what avenue is this? Avenue R, and then Avenue U, and then Avenue X, and then the Shore Parkway. This is literally the route of the B44 SBS. Well, that's everything. This has been the most deranged subway map ever. Have a nice long look. You know, despite everything, I still think the Breezy Point Subway is the most cursed. Because why would you give express service to Breezy Point? I think I have to undo the injustice I've done to Rockaway Park riders. I got you guys. We're gonna do a live extension of the Rockaway Park shuttle. Let's see, how many blocks? About 10. Let's do 10 blocks. Another 10 blocks. And another 10 blocks. And no, it's not a good idea to send to Jacob Reese Park. Look, it's a giant parking lot. Why would you send it here? There's no houses here. You see, this is saying, you know, I'm getting some riders here. There we go. I hope, oh, right. Let's send the Rockaways shuttle. To Rockaway Boulevard full time. There we go. I hope that undoes the damage I caused by creating this abomination called the Breezy Point Subway. You know, I don't think it's enough to compensate. So, as an apology, I'll send it to Euclid. Hopefully that's good enough. There we go. I think I feel good about myself now. So that's gonna be in the video. Something YouTube. Yeah, I'm just gonna end it here.